Test, test. But my mic wasn't even connected. I thought someone should have called me out. Yeah, so just was saying that I'm going to be waiting for a minute or so more. I'm just sending out some more posts to get people joining. Today's going to be an exciting one, though. Today we're going to be, I think we're going to be multitasking. We're going to be doing a couple of things. We're going to be doing, well, first of all, creating an MCP server, which an MCP client can connect to. And the objective is that MCP server will basically interact with SourceSwap, one of the DEXs on Hedera. So we're going to be doing that. And then I was thinking, while that code is being vibed, we can also, there's some other stuff. There was this new Coinbase release which came out yesterday, X402, and I've been working on some integrations with Hedera on that. So maybe we can sort of double hand things and kill two birds with one stone, do those at the same time. But I just need one more minute. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Right, we are ready. Let's kick things off. Close that. Okay, just if everyone can confirm that they can hear me, that would be great. And we're going to get right into it. I'm going to share my screen. Let's share my screen now. Share screen, entire screen. Skadoosh over there. Right, let's get into it. So what are we going to be doing today? We are going to be building an MCP server, which A1 Audio, appreciate that, my man. Good to hear. Thank you for letting me know. And what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be building an MCP server, which specifically interacts. It's going to have Hedera specific logic for interacting with SourceSwap. So let's get the SourceSwap docs up. And my approach here, I'm literally going to be going straight from zero. So currently, the only MCP client which I have is technically Cursor. Now, let's create a new repo here. Now, Cursor is not really the best for just a chat, bot, because obviously Cursor is an agent which is specific for coding. However, the other most popular MCP client is, of course, the Anthropic application, so the Claude desktop. And I'm going to just download that, and we're going to use that Claude desktop app. So we're going to use Claude desktop. I've never used Claude Code. I've never used that before. But we're going to use the Claude desktop app. So Claude AI does not support MCP. Yeah, so let's download this. And literally, when I said that we're going straight from the bottom, like we're going straight from the bottom, man. It might even be that we need to buy a subscription. So jet cookies. Might be that I need to pay for a subscription, which is not a problem at all. We're going to do it. So let's move that over there. Now, also, I was mentioning earlier about X402. So while code for the MCP server is being generated, I might move over to another task that I've been working on today, which is basically implementing X402 for Hedera. For those of you who don't know, X402 is a new protocol which Coinbase just came out with. And essentially what it does is it allows you to make micropayments in USDC. It's pretty cool for AI agents. You can sort of have it at the end of as like a middleware between an API endpoint, like for example, Claude, and you can use crypto to pay micropayments via a typical HTTP REST API, which is really, really amazing. I think it's an awesome feature. I am currently trying to hook it up with Hedera. There's a few different blockers, but we're getting really close. And so yeah, we're going to maybe do that in parallel as well. Now let's go to SourceSwap docs. Where are the docs? Should be over here, shouldn't it? Bridge support docs. Ah, cool. So products, we want to have the developer docs, and we maybe we want to do what's easier. Swap operations, swap HBAR for tokens. We'll do V2. Do V2 swaps. They're different smart contracts, so they've got a slightly different interface, but we'll use that. So we're going to set up model context protocol. We're going to set up the Claude desktop app. That should be installed now. Actually, Claude. That should be installed now. So this is going to be our MCP client. This is where we're going to hook up the MCP server that we're going to build. Let's reject that. Oh, you need to accept it. No? Reject. Get started. Let's do this separately. Continue with Google. Just doing this, just signing up to Claude on another screen. Do that now. Continue. Open Claude. Okay. I just need to create an account on Claude because I've not done it before. Continue. Quit for personal use. Right, and we'll just go for the free plan. Do we get access to MCP servers? Okay, let's try that. I understand. Oh, come on, man. It's DBA. Then inside in. Yeah, cool. I have my own topic. Quite a nice user experience. Skip. Okay, let's just can I connect MCP servers to you? Right, okay, so I've done that. This is going to be the MCP client. I think that's hallucinating there. This is going to be the MCP client. We're then going to work on the MCP server, which is going to be doing these operations over here. Now, I also, like, obviously, this is going to be totally vibe coded. So, well, let's get the repo set up. We're going to go agents. Let's create a new directory. We'll call this, what should we call this? We'll call it MCP SourceSwap MCP. MCP. Okay, let's open up cursor. Now, model context protocol, they've got this building MCP with LLMs. They've got this like dedicated page, which you can basically use as context when it comes to using LLMs to code MCP servers. So this would be good context. Yeah, Marshall, we're going to be interacting with SourceSwap. Yeah, as you mentioned. So this is sort of this is like an LLM friendly tutorial. Sorry, this is like an LLM friendly piece of documentation which we can feed into the large language model. But for the SourceSwap stuff, I mean, we could copy and paste. However, I would also like to try and get this in a format where it's friendly for LLMs. And I do remember seeing, I was on LangChain earlier today, and I remember seeing this third-party software, which I want to also test out. So we're going to be doing a lot of learning today. There's going to be a lot of learning, experimenting going on. Should be good fun. If you've just tuned in, please give this a like, share it around, let's get more people involved. That would be much appreciated. Now, API reference, more integrations. So where I saw this is document loaders and unstructured. I think we need to go to unstructured loader. Oops, close that. Just trying to, okay, unstructured. I'm just following the whole path that I took to get there. Docs, there was like a tutorial on it. Docs, open source, example code, vector database integration, and it was agentic RAG building. Trying to find this unstructured Elasticsearch VVA. No. Is this the right website? I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah, that's the right one. For developers. It wasn't the docs. I'm just trying to find this ingest. Together AI. There was a tutorial over here which used this vendor that's really good at scraping stuff on the internet. And I'm trying to find that. If anyone knows like a service in web scraper, it was like a web scraper. Firecrawl. Boom. Ragford. Yeah, here we go. Firecrawl. So have you ever found yourself frustrated? Go, yep. This is kind of the boat which we're in right now. So use Firecrawl Python SDK for scraping websites, unstructured to pre-process it. I mean, maybe it's a bit over the top. Maybe it's probably going to be quicker to just copy and paste the code. We'll forget about this. Sorry for wasting everyone's time. We'll use that maybe another time. But Firecrawl is the thing which I was talking about. Firecrawl is it's like a overpowered. Okay, maybe I'll take that back. Let's see what this happens. Let's see what will we do. Stop operations. V2 Firecrawl. It's going to ask me to sign up, isn't it? No, okay. Good. JSON response. This is just a preview. Please sign up. Go on then. Let's do it. Let's sign up. Let's give it a try. It's always good to try out new tools, I guess. Okay. Blog. What are you going to agents and API, whatever? Yeah. Okay. Next. I agree. Submit. Right. So we've got that. Let's then. Oh, sweet. So this even integrates with MCP. Ah, that's cool. Oh, nice. So that integrates with MCP. Perfect. That integrates with Cursor. That's wicked. That's awesome. Okay, what version cursor am I? Okay, this is, right, good thing I did it then. Settings. What version of cursor am I right now? Features, models, open settings. Yeah. MCP. No MCP servers. Let's chuck it in here then. MCP.json. Okay, cool. Let's copy and paste that. Copy snippet. Paste it in there. Now, I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's annoying. It's not worked. Let's see if there's any tutorial. Maybe it's this version. No, it should be fine. So I just want to get it set up here. Maybe turn it on enough. There we go. Turning it on enough. Sweet. So I wonder then if I go if I just query, let's do the swap quote. Let's go to tell me about this page. I wonder if it will call the firecrawl MCP. I mean, to be honest, that might even have been. I guess it has its own tool. Okay, whatever. We'll just plug it straight in. But it looks like we've got access to the internet. I don't think that was because of firecrawl MCP. I think that's because. Oops. Damn it. Let's regenerate that now. Actually. Create API key. Copy. Gonna update that real quick. Boom. Delete the old one. So that old key has been revoked in case any of you get bad ideas. Right. Now let's get back into it. So we'll start new again. Let's go new. I guess first let's work on the MCP server. And then after that, so we're working the MCP server, we are then going to integrate that MCP server with our client, with our Claude client. And after that, we can do what we want. We can do what we want. Okie dokie. So let's have a look at this LLMs.txt. I mean, this context might be too much, but what we can use, let's use Gemini 2.5 Pro Max, because what Gemini 2.5 Pro Max does is it's got a massive context window. So I guess let's add I plan to create MCP server which interacts with the source of swap DEX on Hedera. You will help me do it. And here is the context for building MCP servers. Let's go really sort of step by step, sort of in the best vibe coding practice. First of all, use the chat version, use the ask version to plan it all out. So I'm hoping by pasting this in, it should have access to all of that context. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a plan which allows me to implement to begin with, just functionality for swapping. Implement functionality for swapping. Here's the context. And let's wrap this around server docs. Okay, and then MCP server docs, swapping HBAR to another token. Okay. I also want it to include environment setup. Include environment setup. And yes, all right. Pluto, thanks a lot for chiming in there. I've maybe rushed ahead a bit. Let's recap what we're doing at the moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a README, which will show the roadmap of things that we want to do. So first thing that we're going to do, well, objective. The objective of this live stream is to create an MCP server which allows an agent to swap on source to swap. Now it's just going to be a local MCP server. So it's just going to be like a standard input-output one. Using stdio MCP server. So it's just going to be like a standard, it's just going to be like a local MCP server. First thing that we're going to do is obviously set up MCP server. Then we're going to, I guess, implement or vibe code the source to swap SC integration. And then 3, we're going to be hooking that up with Claude MCP client. And I guess finally testing with a swap on source to swap testnet. Now let's zoom in a bit because I know this probably looks really small. So that is the objective today, Pluto. And I'm pretty confident we'll be able to do this in the time because everything's very well documented. It's not actually that big of a lift, so it should be possible. But let me know, anyone, if you've got any questions, just hit me up. We can, I can obviously clarify that. I've got my eye on the comments. But yeah, that's basically what we're doing. I'm going to keep this in the background. So let's do that. And sounds like Pluto's happy. So if Pluto's happy, I'm happy. Pluto's happy, I'm happy. Let's go. Let's get some more action though, please. If everyone could share this on X, get some hype, because what we're building is pretty damn cool. This has not been done on Hedera yet, and I think this will be very useful for a lot of people. So if you could maybe share this, post this on your timeline. If you can share and post this on your timeline and try get some hype around it, engage with it, drive up the engagement, we should be able to get quite a few views. It says at the moment we're only on 77 views now. I don't know if that's, maybe it's just being buggy. Yeah, there's not many views, so let's keep this rolling. Let's get some more shares and whatnot in here, and yeah, that'd be good fun. Okay, so that's the objective over there. Let's keep that up and let's keep on working on this plan. So in terms of implementation, how are we doing it? We are going to first, there we go. We've already gone up a few watches. That's good to see. So the first thing that we're going to do, just going to create a plan. I've passed in all of this model context protocol documentation. A lot of it's not going to be relevant, but a lot of it is. So I've passed that in. I'm using Gemini 2.5 Pro. This has got a really big context window. And I'm going to ask it for an implementation plan, including environment setup. Create a plan will allow me to implement functionality for swapping HBAR to another token on source to swap using stdio include environment setup. Let's just see what it does over here. And I guess there is a risk. There is a risk that it then tries and actually does the. There's a risk that it tries and that it tries to do the source of swap code, which I don't want it to do, because I think it's probably just going to hallucinate. And it does look like it's thinking about that now. So maybe I should have, well, we'll see how it comes up. That's fine. Confirm. Oh, wow. Look at that. Ah, see, I think that's the MCP server that we just plugged in. Yeah, go on, let's click continue. Why not? So I think that's the Firecrawl MCP server just there. There we go. Boom. Bro, look at me prang it out. Oh, no, I think we're going to need to add the context. The agent has done it itself. Search results are very promising. Source documentation, docs.source finances, swap HBAF tokens under V1 and V2. See those two versions. V2 is likely preferred. Boom. That's exactly my thought process. Damn, bro. This is going to be quicker than I thought. This is going to be quicker than I thought. Jeez. Okay. Schema is part of MCP initialized response to. Right. Okay. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Like, it went and searched it by itself. I think this is either it's the native search or it's the Firecrawl search. I don't know which one. I mean, maybe we can see by the open. We might be able to, no. Okay. Interesting. Right. Well, anyway, yeah, we're going to cancel that. So let's have a look at the core environment setup, Hedera SDK. Let's focus on the environment setup because it doesn't seem to mention the MCP server setup. Let's start implementing I mean, I've not really even gone through the plan, but it does look pretty good. So first, form all the necessary installation and project scaffolding. Now, while it's doing this in the background, well, maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. See, it's not. This is a bit. It's not doing it's not doing the setup for the MCP, which is what I want as well. Let's stop that. Set up the MCP server first with installations in this repo. Anyway, what I was saying is there's another thread which I'm doing. Why is it? This is stupid, man. This is. Hate it when AI raises my expectations and then it lowers it just by doing this stupid thing. Like, obviously, if we're doing an MCP server, we need to set up the MCP server, bro. Like, doesn't seem to have captured that. Okay, let's create all of that. So we've got server, SRC, server. Here, look, it's done it's thought about it, but for whatever reason, it's not. I mean, maybe it's going to implement it itself. I don't know. Be surprised if it does. Core environment. I mean, I guess. I guess it does. It looks like it's actually trying to. Well, I suppose it's going to do it manually. So maybe that's why it's not actually. Maybe that's not why it's installing it. Maybe it's going for like a manual approach. If that's the case, then it's kind of raised my expectations again. Anyway, the other thing which I was saying is that there is this current thread which I'm working on. And let me stop sharing my screen for a second while I bring it over. It is X402. So X402, like I mentioned, while this is doing the vibe coding in the background, X402 is a X402 is a new service that's the new protocol that Coinbase just came out with, and I'm trying to hook it up with Hedera basically. So I'm just going to bring over some relevant files, and maybe we can do that in parallel to this vibe coding stuff, depending on how successful it is. Let me get this stuff. So yeah, what I was let's bring that one up. Let's go back to my share screen. Okay, so yeah, I'm doing that in the background. It's probably better for me to just focus on the MCP thing, to be honest. But in case there's loads of time, we can have a look into this stuff. Right, let's go back to the code. So what's it done so far? It's done the whole setup. That's cool. Accept that. Review next file. Added everything inside of git ignore, accept file. And then, yep, accept that. Did it install TypeScript? It did. So, okay, cool. So I guess, what was part 2 of the plan? I mean, it looks like it's going to be doing its own custom implementation of the MCP server. So we've done core environment setup, we've got Hedera SDK, source of swap integration research has done that, and then now MCP server understanding. So it's reviewed the documentation. Okay, create projects. I'm still a bit skeptical. It might just mess it up, but we'll see. Phase 3 MCP server implementation. Okay, let's go into phase 3. And then this includes definition of source. Okay, so let's go. Let's implement phase 3. Now I think there's a new feature as well for forking. Not sure if it's come out yet. But anyway, let's dive into phase 3 and start building the core MCP server logic in src server.ts. Basic standard input output readline interface. Function for logging to SDT. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's quite cool. It's doing like its own custom implementation. I think that's pretty awesome. Okay. Now I guess, yeah, while it's doing that, I'm just going to deploy this other smart contract in the background. So what we're doing here is I'm deploying this like USDC stablecoin smart contract on Hedera, because it's this type of smart contract is what's required to interact with Coinbase's X402 feature. But I've been having issues with trying to get this to work. I'm going to give it a high gas fee. Okay, see if that works. Right. So what's it done? It has set up Hedera.ts. Looks like we need to fill out our environment variables. And it's done some stuff over here. So it has. Is it still good? Oh, it's still good. Okay, it's still good. Wow. Well, we can review what it's done so far. It's doing quite a lot. I'm modeling lots of HBAR. Let's dive into phase 3. So it's done that stuff. JSON RPC request. Okay, it's got that in those interfaces set up. Boom, whatever. It's done that stuff. Okay, cool. Seems to be that's pretty relevant. Okay. Next, let's complete the handle initialize function by defining source swap HBAR for token. So that then happens down here. So this is the tool definition. I mean, I'm pretty certain if you do this using the MCP, maybe if we have loads of time, if this is happening as quickly as I'm expecting it to, we can compare it doing it sort of this manual way versus using the SDK for MCP. Presumably, it just abstracts loads of it because this is really verbose. Okay, it then does the MCP initialize method. So what happens there? So that's the tool definition, swap HBAR for token. And let's have a look at what it's specifying first. So it is a HBAR amount, 2 token ID, slippage tolerance, deadline. Yep, okay. Where maybe we want to make a future improvement is we can have a mapping of the token IDs. So rather than having to do an actual token ID, you can use the symbol. That might be a good next step, but that's fine. That looks pretty good to me. Excellent. So now it's doing the handle initialize function. Let's create the tool dispatch. Let's start with populates SRC SDK. Okay. SRC config has been integrated. So it's done some. I mean, it looks like it's done everything, to be honest. What's this commented out for? Placeholder logic. Right. Okay. Okay. So actually, it looks like we could test it. Okay. Hedera client fatal. Hedera keys missing. Let's. Okay. It's looking quite extensive. Define necessary constants. We can move to the most critical part, which is implementing swap logic and then wiring up to MCP tool dispatch, handling an SRC server. So this will involve, okay, this is basically what it's going to do next. And then it started doing that, okay. Because there are a few issues, big number for me is V6, it's now big number-ish, yeah, whatever. Okay. I mean, it's just got ham, isn't it? Next steps before testing. Right, before testing. Well, it's not actually done the code, is it? Because here's the current placeholder, which will eventually, okay. Okay, well, I'm going to populate my account. Let's accept all of this. It's looking pretty good, to be honest. Accept file. I'm going to populate my environment variables. So let me do that real quick. Platform portal.hedera. Let's go. Boom. Right, so I've got my environment variables in there. I have my environment variables in there now, and what to do next? What to do next? What to do next? So you've created that source v2 details, route contract ID. Now this is all public information. So for step 2, let me see if it does it itself. And then the minimum, okay. Implement guy. So I want to, let's just go find the testnet router contract IDs and WH bar tokens yourself. Bro, I've been talking on mute. You might have got to call me out. What I was saying is that actually it did hallucinate. So, well, not quite hallucinate. It gave me the wrapped HBAR contract ID. It didn't give me the wrapped HBAR token ID. There's a slight difference, obviously, on Hedera. But what I wanted to do now is I just want to go, tell me what I need to do to test what we have now. I want to connect my MCP server to Claude desktop. Okay. Oh, look at that. It's thanking me for the correction. That's nice. So in the root of your tree, okay, important npm run build. Let's do that. Yep. Now you need to tell Claude how to find. So this is typically done. Yeah, locate or create Claude desktop. So let's do that. File, new, find a window, applications. Where is it? Go. Let's do it over here. I'm more comfortable in my command line. Pretty sure I need to do this in quotation marks. Application, support, okay, and then Claude, well, let's do it in here. Hey, here we go. Config.json. Okay, so let's go. Where did it get this from? I fear it maybe got it wrong. Claude AI add MCP. Add the file system MCP server. Oh, okay, yeah, this is a much nicer way. Ah, but it does the same thing. It does the same thing. That's great. Okay, classic. Well, let's just do it that way to make sure. Well, no, yeah, we can do it here. Same thing. Claude desktop config. Okay, and then this does the right. Interesting. So let's create this. Boom. What's it called? AI was right. Claude desktop config.json. And if we go back to cursor, servers, Node.js enabled. Okay, let's copy that. Paste that in here. That's correct. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. Ah, interesting. And we can actually then, so we can actually set the environment variables in there, but because we're doing it straight on the server, we don't need to. So we're not going to do that. Let's see if we can get it running. So, okay. So that's done. Command node. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Step 5, test it. Claude should be attempting to connect to your server. I don't think maybe I have. Claude should be attempting to connect to yours. Aha! Connecting to external servers. That's good. Connected to external servers. Oh no, that's just the name. Okay, I'm an idiot. That's just the name of it. So, okay, it's already running, quit it and restart it. That makes sense. Boom. There's no indication that it has actually tried to connect to anything though. Look when it says, well, let's have a look in the docs actually. Edit config, this will create config. It's a different file format. Yeah, I think the format's slightly wrong. Let's yeah, it doesn't look correct. So let's go so hopefully it tells me to update it. Our server's key, yeah. Okay, cool. args command npx command node. Health check. Oh, I guess it's done. It's basically the same thing then. I'll take that back. MCP servers. Let's. I don't think there's anything else which is different. So let's restart it. Claude, open that. Still not showing though. Style. Okay. File. Enable developer mode. Enable. Did I save it? Come on. Hopefully this time. Ah, there we go. It's working. Cool. So it's closer to working. It's connected. Okay, interesting. So server disconnected. Dear server.js. Is that because server.js? I mean, like it seems like this should work. I run node, unless I've got it node. Yeah. So there's no reason why that shouldn't work. Try it again. Maybe this is due to it not being done with the MCP server. Is it our debugging documentation? Okay, as you said, click the icon, tail, viewing logs, now dev tools. MPX, what? I see, look, yeah, all of them do. All of them do MPX. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, I've got a feeling that, I don't know. I've got a feeling because it's tried doing its own custom implementation, there's just more room for error. So let's go, let's create a new chat. And let's add the context of the server.ts. Currently, there is a custom implementation of an MCP server. However, it is having issues. Update the current custom implementation and use the SDK, the server SDK, to create the new MCP server. Here are the docs, and then we'll go over to model context protocol, paste that in. That should do it. Look at price example. MPX mentioned the server existing screens. Let's assume that the SDK is a package. And it might be given it might be too much information. We'll see. We will see. Guessing the SDK. I shouldn't be guessing the SDK. It should not be guessing the SDK. It might just be that these docs aren't really very good. Or MCP server. I mean, yeah, it's Java SDK. Transport layer. It may just be this is too much information for it. But we'll have a look. We'll have a look. Yeah, utilize that doesn't make sense. You can't utilize a hypothetical SDK. Use the proper SDK. TypeScript SDK. I'm even gonna let's just cancel this. We're passing this context. Yeah, it's not got it right anyway. It's got the wrong one. Or the TypeScript SDK. Continue and revert. Also reminded that it's based. What, the LLM? I don't know, man. Seems to be being a bit stupid. There we go. Now it's getting better. Just got to give it the right context. Maybe it's me being stupid. Maybe it's being me. Maybe it's me being stupid. Now, Ireland. Okay, yeah, this looks much more successful. Should have done that context to begin with. I think this is, I mean, yeah. Anthropic, if you're watching this, it's kind of useless because it comes with, it's got all of the different, it's I think it's just the whole docs, and it could be more helpful. Could be more helpful. Well, anyway, let's see if it rebuilds the MCP server, and then we can reconnect it. Okay, or just the server.tool. This is looking more familiar to what I have. I'm familiar with when it comes to MCP because I've just used the SDKs in the past. I've never used a custom implementation. Okay. Right, I'll let it cook in the background. While that's going on, I am just going to move back to the smart contract, which I was trying to deploy. And it failed, yeah, this is the thing, it's failing. Code too large, great. Brilliant. Right, let's check back in. Okay, nice, it's done it. Let's see what it's cooked up. So it appears I've hit the 3 attempt limit. That indicates through are not exported. Still a mismatch in the server.tool. That's annoying. Server.tool is definitely a thing. Did it? Maybe it did. Request handler extra, but it's not exported. Why is that? Right, I don't know where that's got where it's got that from. Server.tool, new MCP server. Server, new, yeah, cool. Server.tool, that's working. Don't know why that's. Then we have. That's strange. Why is it not? Maybe it's one. And what's all this stuff? Let's tell it. Okay. Clean up all the old unused code from the custom implementation. Because I think all of this is just junk. Probably don't need that happen. Now, as to why it's got that other hallucination room, I don't know. STDIO, that's what we want. Boom. Let's have a look at some of the existing servers as well. What would be a good one to look at? Probably let's look at Brave Search. So we have index.ts. It's got the tool over there, new server. Server set request handler. Tools available there. Yeah, I mean, it's all quite easy. Right, seems the file was already in the state and sent us a contact code is likely past it. And I was. I mean, this is all redundant. So, mate, it's been spasmoid now. There's loads of. Spent 5 cents on that. But it looks like it's done. So it's got a new schema. There is this. Let's get rid of that. Server request. I mean, where is this being imported from? Why is it thinking that we need to do that? No idea where it's come from. Let's delete this stuff. There's like some bug. It's not removing it. Okay, this is really annoying. Rightio. What do we want to do? We want to Do you know what? I might even just update MCP server implementation, MCP server settings. I might even just roll back over here and I think maybe even from here it's worth quick start. What is MCP? Core concepts. Tools. Is there a tool over here? Yeah. I think we should just roll back. This has got this has got good context, so I want to sort of use this. Let's go. Currently, the implementation of the custom stdio is not working. Use the TypeScript SDK to create the FTP server. Remove all old redundant code. Continue and revert. That's taking it back. Good. Okay, this is what I want. This is the place where I want it to be. Because, yeah, it looked like it was sort of making sense. However, install that. It's already been done. Where is this coming from? Why is it just hallucinating this tool result content? It doesn't exist. Okay, it's taken away. At least that's good. Right, good. Seems like SDK requires a separate thing. Let's simplify. The linter is very detailed, but mismatched. It's getting really confused at the moment. Do you know what it is? I'm pretty sure I have seen this issue in the past as well. And it's working. Okay. Right. Let's. Okay, it likes it. Cool. This is looking better. Only thing is now, where is the MC? Oh, that's in source swap. Okay. So server, main. Is there a main function in other implementations? Yeah, there is a main function. Okay, let's. What is the Claude config that I need to run this? That's not what I want. Stop. Let's go back. Let's be much clearer. Right, okay, where's my recent message? So write the JSON config file that I need to interact with this MCP server in Claude. Bro, this has been stupid. No. It should look something like this. I mean, I don't even... Literally, I don't even need it to. Let's just update it directly over here. MPX. Actually, I don't even... For example, how do I... MCP servers, Brave search. I mean, maybe it's just the same thing. Maybe it's still just Node, like, because that runs it, I guess. Huh, looks the same. Great. I mean, what? How do I get this MPX-Y? Example servers, Brave search, local Brave search, console. Needs to just hook it up correctly. Let's close it and retry. Let's see if maybe this happens to work. Nope, same thing. Oh, I didn't build the new one though, actually. I didn't build the new one, so maybe that's why. Has anyone on here done any MCP servers before? Just trying to hook up my custom one. Back. Open logs. Oh. Oh, wait a second. Oh, damn. It's working, bro. But it closed because... I should have checked the logs. It said something about Hedera. Hedera account is not in the environment variables. Looks like the environment variables aren't being loaded in. Wow. So probably the custom implementation was going to work. Let's try it now. If that's the case, I mean, well, it's still failing. Open logs folder. server disconnected. Hedera account ID. It is. It is. Let's bloody log it. Or do I need to put it in this config? Maybe I need to put it in there. Maybe I need to put it in here. Oh, that could be it, you know. Rev search and okay. That might be it, you know. And there's another one here, do network. Okay, let's hopefully this is the one. Okay, close that. And actually, there is also something in over here. We should use dot from string etdsa. Right, run that build, close Claude, open it again. Hey, it's worked. That's really frustrating. Because, to be honest, what I think it means is that actually I could have, using the custom implementation, which it did, it might have still worked, which is really quite frustrating. Okay, well, let's not dwell on the past. Let's go and we'll just implement the remaining bits. Looks like we don't even need that over there. 5.8. Let's implement the next task. But that is a bit frustrating. So I'm just stuck. But that's what coding is, isn't it? That's what coding is. Good to know, though. So if you're using Claude MCP servers, the environment variable, that's kind of irrelevant. You need to set the environment variables in your config file. I'm sure there's a way to declare it in, but for whatever reason, it didn't work. Okay. Once we have the ABIs, we can start with, right, let's paste in the ABIs then. I mean, it should be able to search for it itself. It's pretty good at that in the past. Close that, close that, close that. Do I have another browser open? Let's go back to the source of swap docs. Go to swap operations, swap hbar for tokens, and Solidity interface and body. Let's just copy and paste that. I think that's everything. Exact input. Exact input. Well, it looks like it's taken a slightly different approach. So there's this exact input. That looks like I don't know, that looks like sort of a different way of going about it. Let's see the contract deployments. Let's go on to Hedera. We can go on to source sort of v2, source sort of v2. Here we go. And this is a verified smart contracts. So we can look at the bytecode, and it looks like okay. So it looks like it doesn't actually use what the AI thinks it does. So we're going to override the context basically. We're going to say here are the docs. And yeah, it looks like it's got a bit of a misunderstanding as to what function needs to be called. So let's paste this all in. Here is the docs and ABI for the source swap. Here are the docs, I mean. We will use, there we go, it's realized that. Okay, cool, sweet. So, okay. This is what in the middle there is the fee tier. Fee tier. Yes, that's another interesting thing. So the fee tier we can do. So just for context, the fee tier. This is why maybe it's better to do V1. Fee tier. Every single pair has a special fee, and you can find them. Let's let that cook in the background. In the meantime, let's go to the REST API, pools and positions, and we want the testnet API. Now the fee tier we can see over here. So we can do, we'll just test HBAR, swapping HBAR for testnet source. Let's just first double check that I have, let's double check that I've got unlimited auto associations. I do. Perfect. So yeah, we're gonna just we'll test. We'll basically do this test API. We'll swap HBAR for source, and that has a fee of 3,000. And that's what it means basically when it talks about the fee default fee tier. And it's done it at 3,000 as well. I wonder where that's got that from, but that's good. Oops. Okay. So what's it said so far? So construct swap path's been created. Okay. Exact input. Yep. Key progress. Correct ABIs. Nice. Construct swap path. Okay. Remaining critical tasks. Fee determination. Okay. So we need to do the quota V2. All right. Let's chuck in the. Okay. Let's do the accurate quote. So we'll go chuck in the docs for the quote. Boom. And let's get the Solidity interface body. I think big shout out. I believe the person who wrote these docs is a legend in the community called Iron. So shout out to Iron for the work that he's done here. Is there anything that I've missed? JSON RPC, REST API. Let's use the JSON RPC. Yeah, easy JSON RPC. Solidity interface. Okay, cool. We'll paste all of this stuff. Swap quote. Here are the docs for the swap quote. Boom. Huh? Is that? Yeah, it's got everything nice. And I'm a bit frustrated though because sitting around going in circles earlier, trying to connect our server, our MCP server to Claude, or trying to connect Claude to our MCP server, but the problem was an environment variable issue, and all that I was doing was And I just didn't look at the logs. And I would have, if I'd seen the logs, would have fixed it. But anyway, what's it doing now? So it has excellent. We have no documentation. Let's double check that's right. Let's double check that the contract for the quota is correct. Hedera testnet v2 quota 0002 0002. Yep, that looks right. Function, okay. No gas costs. Yep, that makes sense. Hex, okay. Updated plan, add the quota, add the ABI. Yeah, that all makes sense. Modify swap HBR. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. This is classic type. It's different. Okay, whatever. Okay, you've encountered time corrected to properly. Right, whatever. Right, it just keeps on going around in circles with this big int stuff. Has it fixed it? Time annotation, yeah, okay. Feat it, still the biggest unknown. Uncomment and test. Rightio, let's say, okay, so we will be testing wrapped hbar to source swap. We will be testing our script, testing our MCP server with, we'll be testing our MCP server with source swap with source. Here is the data from the API. The fee is 3,000. The fee is 3,000. Okay, let's uncomment. I will accept everything real quick. So uncomment everything and get it ready for me to test. But I see. Yeah, so true. Frustration is what makes it a true vibe coding experience. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I think every developer can agree to that. There is an essential part of programming which is just smacking your head against a brick wall. Now, in terms of, well, that's quite a lot. 2.5 million, that's more than enough. Target source, wrapped hbar, RPC URL, optional for now, but for the future, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Build the code, npm run build, test it, Claude, run server. So it's looking like that's just shut up. I don't think that's relevant. I think we're ready to test a swap to source. So let's go. I mean, first of all, yeah, let's build it. npm run build. I'm going to just restart Claude. Now, my theory, so we've got source swap testnet servers enabled. Oh, let's try it. Let's go swap 5hbar for source. Okay, so string should match. Okay, interesting. So let's then now go swap 5hbar. It's worked to an extent. Let's go swap 5hbar for string should match pattern. Does it mean, okay, let's go, let's make it even more dumb. Swap 5 for that. No, okay. There's some issues over here, and I think it's to do with our tool. I think this is to do with this slippage tolerant. Two token ID. Well, let's try this. There seems to be. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to fix it for us actually. Okay, let's paste this in. It's not working. How can I copy that? Maybe it's in my error logs. Okay, interesting. Right, so we're there now. Let's 2120, 1821, 1821. Yeah. Initialize the server. Did I build it? I did build it, didn't I? Yeah. And then it's also, what else is it saying? Tools, string should match pattern. We're pretty close. We're pretty close. It just seems like it's doing some funky. Well, I guess it's not. Log info calling. Yeah. Right. So I guess we can have a quick look in here. So we've got. It returns back message from server. So this is the tools that we have available. Source of swap, swap HBAR for token, HBAR amount, description, amount of HBAR to swap, 2 token ID, slippage tolerant percent, default, method not found. Doesn't tell us what. Method strange. These are expected because that's how it only defines a tool and doesn't implement handlers. Oh. Yeah, so that is expected. Got you. Okay, so string should match pattern. This is the key error. Indicate. Okay, interesting. So, boom. To token ID pattern. Add a pattern to the token ID HBAR amount. Oof. That's strange. But let's try it. That is strange. Come on, we're so close. We are so close. What do we want to ask it? We want to say, hey, what tools do you have available? Huh. I can't even ask it anything now. Fucking great. Eesh. That's annoying. So now if we know, so there's something, there's another problem. Why does this not work? Hey. And why can't I copy this, man? It's jarring. Remote front end, remote tool definite. I think it's somewhere again inside of the config file. I'm naming it wrong. Let's develop close. Where is it? Knew that was going to happen. Definition name. Where's? I think it's because I don't have a name for my MCP server. File system. Okay. Example servers. Let's look back at this Brave search one. Brave dash search. I think it's because I've got underscores. Is that why? I hope that's why. Right. I hope that's why. Command display name MCP. Okay. Ooh. Hello. Tool definition name. Oh, actually, no, that's actually on the. Where's the tool This is it. This is what's causing the error. That's what's causing the error. It can't be a dot. Okay, so let's go. Let's. How do I do a replace again? Okay. So we're going to do. Let's replace all of this stuff. And we'll replace it for dash. Now I'm thinking that this will work. Come on. Pray for me, guys. Pray for me, guys. Let's restart, close, and reopen it. Hello. It's looking good. It's looking good this time. Hello, how can I help you? Okay. It's looking good. So I have nothing to do with the source code. Nothing to do with the source code. Let's. Where's the bloody? Here we go. Claude, swap 1H bar for source on source and swap. Let's try that. We might need to give the out. We might need to give the output token. Alex. Okay, nice. Let's go. Allow always. 2 token ID. Hey. No. Okay. 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 I know what's going wrong. I know what's going wrong. Stop. I know what's going wrong. This is a very stupid error. Token ID dot from. Two token ID. So for the path construction, where's the path construction happening? Substring dot two. Oh, it looks like it's doing the right thing. Two token ID dot string. Attempting to let's see these logs. MCP server dash testnet. So consider using from string ECDSA invalid token hex length for path construction. Is that to do with the constructs path hex string? Ah, that should be. I'm pretty sure this should be encoded, unless does it encode it? Yeah, it does encode it. Yeah. Right. So. Quote exact output code overview REST API encoded data See, I did this a long time ago, and I think I had a similar issue. Looks like this is sort of the right approach. Invalid token address hex length for path construction. So this error here. If token A hex does not okay, I'm just going to comment this out. I don't know what this is. Let's or we can even or I wonder if maybe what's happening is that actually it already comes with from string. Okay, operator. Let's do ECDSA here. Source swap. Okay. I have a feeling what is happening is when we call this get, when we call the two, where is it? Maybe it's in our server. When we're calling the token ID dot over here, I have a feeling that this actually does it without the 0x, meaning this substring is not needed. But we can double check that. Let's log it. Let's log it and then let's rebuild it and try again. Okay, let's go boom, close, open it again, new chat. Hello, swap 5H bar for source. And we should hopefully see, I may need to the logs over here. Has it logged? No, it doesn't look like. Okay, I think I need to restart it. We are definitely close now, though, man. We are definitely close now. Come on. Swap 5H bar for source. And then where the log's gone. Where the log's at, bro? Here, 0x timestamp 2. What's going on? No, I've logged the wrong thing. Idiot. It's not even what I wanted to log. Oh, I'm such a moron. Token ID from string to, that's what I need to log. I need to log this stuff. Moron. Such a moron. That's built. Swap 5H bar for source. Okay. And transaction data. Yeah, see? So here it's already without the 0x. So we're then removing it, zeros again. So that's why the error's there. Okay, so we don't need to actually do this substring. Let's say and that's why this is in place. Got you. Okay, so I guess let's add this back in. So that was a good check. But what we need to say is that construct swap. Oh, no, it does it already. So this is what it's doing over here, isn't it? What? Now I'm a bit confused. Oh, no, so it's path. Okay. Yeah, there's like 2 bits of logic. Okay, let's clean this up a bit. So what I'm thinking is that help it to convert hits. Get quote exact. Construct hex string. Removes it, so that's already been done. So if we just remove this, but we should really be checking, but oh well. Okay. Nice. We're an error closer. Limited liquidity, so I'm going to do anti-verification. Let's stop. Let's see what the errors are saying. Really nice UI. Failed to get quote. See, we've got one step closer, yeah? No data present. Okay. So we're getting there. We are getting there. What's this? 002. That's the quota contract. Yep. Okay. So we've done that. Construct swap path. This logic is confusing me a bit, but anyway, we've got construct swap path. We construct path hex string. That just returns that. Why don't we just use... This is confusing me. Swap path, let's have a look at the logs. Constructed swap path. Reload. What? No data. Let me see. I've got this repo somewhere which does all of this. And hash graph users. Pretty sure I did this a long time ago. Source swap DCA tool. Lib v2. This is what we need. I'm going to copy and paste this and go Let's go. There seems to be some issues. Our current implementation of the Uniswap quota. Now, over here, ABI. We use the same thing, yeah. Okay, so use this. What do I want to do? I want to say use this source code to guide updates to the current file. Because I know this works. Like I had this running for a long time. Unwrap. Looks like there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, this is a good V2. Did I post? I did V2, didn't I? Get quote for token swap tokens. Yeah. Is that it? What? That's the only difference. I guess there's another utils file. This is quite useful here too. Also use these. Yeah, I mean, because I guess this is the issue with vibe coding. I do always mention it. It's like when you don't really know the code, pinpointing which bits to change is not the best. But we will see. We'll see if there's any updates. And I mean, it might have been that actually that was all that was needed to be done, making that string. For some reason I doubt it. For some reason I doubt it. But we'll see what it chooses now. Oh, it's going to do quite a big one now. It's going to do quite a big edit. Oh man, I'm starving. I'm starving up in here. Okay. This is going crazy. Shout out to you if you stayed the whole way through. I think we're going to get there. I think we are definitely going to get there. Bruh. What's happened? Is that good? Okay. Okay. It's getting there now. Looks like this is a bit of a big change. So what's happened? They've get quote. Okay, we did path definitions. Create path data. I mean, what's going on here then? So we have yeah. This is looking more like the code which I did, which I'm happy with. Okay, cool. And actually, what's good about this code is that it allows you to do like multiple paths. So let's build this, npm run build, and then we'll run it in cursor again. And God willing, this will be the time. Swap 5h bar to source. Come on. But I guess this is just the quote stuff. Not even the come on. Ah. Invalid contains non-hexadecimal characters. Invalid hex string. Mate, I just literally bytes. What did hex to uint array? Let's see how I implement it over here. Hex to uint array. Hex string. Invalid hex string. Bruh. I mean, oh man. Let's do the logs. It's quite hard to understand these logs. Path data unprefixed. Contains hexadecimal. Invalid. Contains non-hexadecimal characters. Invalid hex string. Oh man, I really want to do this. I've got to log off soon, but we're so close. We are so close. Invalid hex string. Okay, affection size, affection is substring. Yeah, cool. Let's why is it doing it that way? It's a different implementation. Theta hex string. I just want to get it exactly like how I've done it over here. Theta hex string, let hex to be hex number 3. Yeah, hex string. Okay, cool. Here, why has it done that? Like, just return hex, bro. I don't understand why it keeps on changing what I've given it. Create path hex data. Function path. I'm just going to, again, copy and paste this in. Boom. Keep it simple, bro. Oh, man. You're almost out of no. Okay, right. How do we approach this then? Because I just want to do like basically just want to do a hard reset. Basically want to do just a hard reset. Because I know right, okay. Update source code so that it follows the following pattern verbatim. What's the hang on. I think I might also just be an idiot. Is it hallucinating the token? 58. Swap 5H bar to. It might have been hallucinating the token. And then it's saying that, this doesn't. So that works fine. That's invalid hex string. What? Invalid hex string. Okay, let's go. Verbatim. Let's copy. Boom. B2. Constants. I mean, if this doesn't work. Look at that. Nice soup. No. Don't change it to require. Oops. I think that's too verbatim. I messed up that prompt. I think I messed up that prompt. Well, we'll see what it's doing. JavaScript now. That's not what we want. Okay. Bro, it's literally changed nothing. It's literally changed nothing. What? So stupid. It's literally changed. It took 5 minutes to change nothing. Except for that. Great, thanks. Right, okay. Let's try a different approach. Let's try a different approach. I can do it. You didn't change anything. Oh man, that's literally what I feel like in my head. Okay, let's try this another time. So, right, gonna delete everything. Delete everything here. And then I'm going to do a new chat. And we're going to say, I need you to implement the relevant source to swap functions for this MCP tool. Here is an example implementation working. And don't want that. Probably want this config. Implement it for testnet and specifically implement it for testnet and specifically hbar to source to source, which contains which has a 3000 B, which has a I think this is the one. I truly well, I truly believe this is the one. Come on, baby. I think this is the one. Okay, let's see what it's saying. I will implement swap hbuffer token function new file. Specifically handles source using a fee of 3,000 per. Okay. Add the necessary imports, constants for source of swap. Yep. The swap result interface consistent. Yep. Okay. Okay. Created that file. Let's have a look at what you've done. So, router ABI. Why is it not using the ABI interface? Like, you need to use this, bro. Is it finished? No, it's not finished yet. Okay, all right. I'm going to chill there. Doing this a lot, though, isn't it? Look, it's doing this template literals where it's not actually writing the code properly. I was using Ether 6 here. Why would you do a different thing? Okay. Right. Okay. Bro, it's got different environment variable names. This is very frustrating. Literally got different environment variable names. And you should be able to see it in the server or the config. Like we have the config here. Like the other app, this is moron. Okay, anyway. Again, it's also just done its own implementation. It's not the same as what I did over here. Like, why is this one slicing it when in the thing which I sent, it didn't slice it? Anyway, let's see if it works. I mean, I might give up soon. Or I might just do it by hand. Lord. I'm going to have to pay to get some more. Swap 5H bar for source. And what's the... I don't need that. Bro, it's got the wrong... It's not even... Where's it coming from? Where's this token coming from, man? quota address. Bro, just do it on testnet. Donkey. That's quite useful later on. Okay. So source token ID testnet. Bro. All right. Making me pay. Oh man. Those who don't know, I've run out of free credits. I need to pay for stupid Claude. Words. Subscribe. Payment confirmed. Activating your subscription. Welcome to Pro. Welcome to Pro. Right. Come on. No messing around. New chat. Swap 5 bar for source. We've not even got past the quote stage, which is frustrating. No data present. What are you on about, mate? Swap 5 bar 4. That is the right token, isn't it? Boom. Token, yeah, that's source. Fungible, yeah, that's source token. Ah, yes. No. Bro, why is it so dumb? Invalid hex string contains non-hex characters. Where? And why is it like... Obviously something's going wrong. I might have to do it manually. I might have to do it bloody manually. Right, okay, so top of here, inputs, boom. Inputs, H-bar amount, 2 token ID, slippage tolerant, toleration, tolerance. Swap H-bar for token. H-bar amount string, 2 token ID, boom, okay. This is all fine. Let Hedera client. See, this is just duplication, but whatever. Hedera client set account ID. Okay, cool. It's done that. Current source token ID. Bro, I'm literally just I've given up. No AI right now. No AI. Go away. Okay. So forget about all of this. Just focus on testnet. Okay. Route synchronize. So these are the correct address. Yep, that seems right. Route API. Okay, cool. Swap result. Literally going to delete all of this as well. Swap HBAR for token. Export interface swap result. What transact? Okay, whatever. Okay. So let's look at this example, which I'm very confident is right. And we have. So first thing, JSON RPC provider. Do we have our provider up here? What is that? Strange. Oh well. Okay, so const. Right. So it might even be create path hex data. So the path over here, the data structure which I had is const path, and then there's a 3000 here. Input token, output token, create path hex data. So where's that function? That comes from utils. I mean, to be honest, it's a bit confusing, I think. So maybe we'll cut the AI some slack. We want to go import that feed to hex string. Oh, wait a second. No, that's not right. So actually path should be, it is, what is this, an object? Okay. Tokens, and then, yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah. So, okay, I'm kind of seeing why the AI might have got a bit confused here, because a lot of this stuff doesn't really make sense until you know what my thought process was originally. Okay, anyway, that's fine. So we've done that. Create path hex data and then hex string to UIN8 array. Fine. So we've got that. And then let's go input token, output token, path hex data. So we const provide const path hex data. Okay, hex string to UIN8 array. So then we need to create that function. That's where this comes from. Okay. Input amount dot toString. So the input amount, that is the hbar amount. And that's already a string. No, I'm right, thanks. Thank you very much. This is not going to get used, but that's fine because we've hard coded it all. Okay, and route token, source token, okay, 3000, okay, and then we have creating path data, quote exact input. I think we just copy and paste this stuff. Okay, that's fine. Duplication. Boom. B2 creator address. Yep. Okay. And then creating the swap data. So let's just copy all of this. Executing swap. Oh. And so what do we need to do? There's so much more that needs to be done here. It's crazy. I've just realized though, where am I doing the approval allowance? I'm pretty sure there would need to be an approval allowance at some point, which isn't being done. Okay, so we've got if it's not Hedera account, that's going to be, we need a new if two token, send the routes one rep. What's the amount in? Okay. Final offer amount, decoded amount, yep. Right, let me just hard code the address in just for easiness. This is not looking good. I need to get going soon. That's the issue. Okay, recipient address, delete. That should be same one. If that's then refund ETH, okay, call the call the refund ETH, yeah. And article, okay, that's Uniswap router. if input token set payable amount. Yeah, okay. Buy token result is possibly null. So that's technically all that needs to be done, but I still have the feeling that I've still got a feeling here that the client, need a client. Buy token transaction. I've got a get. Where's the get client function? I'm pretty certain I need to do an approval allowance here. Let's have a look at what happens. Npm run build. I mean, success would be if we get an error saying you can't approve the allowance. Swap 5h bar for source. Most stuff here is hard coded now. No, just don't search it, mate. Whatever. Yes, contracts revert executed. Let's go. This is gonna say it's gonna say that no approval alert. Yeah. Okay, right. Well, all I need to do now is update this script so that the client approves a spender allowance for the router address. Approves spender allowance for the router address to spend its H bar. Hopefully, it should be done obviously at the beginning. I'm surprised. I don't understand why I don't have that in this code. Oh, I do. I'm a moron. Yeah, I do. I've got it in here. Yeah, I've got it in the stupid idiot. Okay. Let's see. That's before it does the buy to. Well, no, it needs to be before you swap, doesn't it? You muppet. It needs to be. Oh no, wait, I'm the muppet. Okay, cool. Right, this time npm run build. Come on, baby. This time, I think it's gonna work. I think we're gonna do it. I think we are gonna do it, bro. Okay. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Swap 5h bar for source. Respect if you're still here, man. No! Why is it not? What's that error? What's that error? Don't tell me a suspender doesn't have allowance. Suspender doesn't have allowance. Why not? I just gave you allowance. Just gave you allowance. Suspender does not have allowance. I just gave you the allowance, mate. Prove allowance. How? Let's go. Oh, wait a second. No, it doesn't need an allowance because it's H bar. That should be if from token. Yeah, it doesn't need an allowance because it's H bar. You just need to send it. If input token, bro. Okay, that's my fault. Yeah, that's because I was typing it. If actually, yeah, we just need to do. Well, let's just go if true. Don't need to have this. Comment that out. Comment that out. Come on, race against time. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Now it's going to work because obviously, yeah, if you're doing a source swap, if you're doing a swap with H bar to another token, then you don't need to approve the allowance. You just need to transfer a value to that token, to the source swap. Right, Claude. Swap 5 H bar to 0.0. It doesn't really matter what I do here because it's still failing though, bro. Still failing. What go on? Oh no, it didn't fail. It worked. It's worked. It's worked. It's successful. Why is it saying error? It worked. We did it. We did it. I mean, for some reason, it's still showing up as though there was an error, which there wasn't. Using text type for broad. Yeah, that's we've done it. We've done it. We've done it. Let's go. Okay, so it's not perfect. It's far from perfect, but it has worked. We have built an MCP server that can swap H bar for source, and we'll be able to see that this hard-coded address would have sent 5H bar and received source. So it sent H bar, but it's done it. Okay. Let's do it properly. Let's go swap 5 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 H bar for source. You need to obviously do the decimals actually. I don't know why it's erroring. But we did it. And I'm gonna keep on working on this. This will be my little pet project. I'm not sure what these errors are for. Unexpected token A amount out is not valid JSON. But here you can see swap has been successfully completed. Here is a summary of your transaction. You swap 500,000 H bar. That's wrong. It's let's go. Let's go. 5 H bar. Come on. Crypto transfer. We did it. We did it. I'm happy. All praise to God. All right. I'm logging off now. I'm going to refine this. It's a good little project. So what I will do, I guess what we need to do is we need to integrate it with this API. So we can have a tool for this API. And then, we can have a tool for this API so it can get all of the relevant IDs and the relevant fees. And then we can make it a bit more fit for purpose, a bit more dynamic. But besides that, very happy with the ending. Apologies for the delay. We had some issues as always, but we powered through. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Happy about that. And everyone have a great rest of your day.